Carousel Boutique. I'm still getting over a cold, so I'm sorry about my voice, but I haven't made a video for a while and have some new fun stuff. We're going to make a bow sort of like this one, which is really fun. This is my first time actually using velvet ribbon, and it actually came with this lace on it. It's really, really pretty. And I'll put a link to the Etsy store on there, and the button I got from another store, which I will link that too. First thing I'm going to do is do the button so that the glue has time to dry before I'm ready for it. I'm going to cut a little piece of felt to put on the back so that the button doesn't come unglued. Got my E6000. Oh, I haven't used this yet. I guess I better open it. Alright. Sorry. Okay. We're going to make this a quick one, and then I have a longer one to do. A little more detailed, though. But this one is pretty, and I love it, so I had to share. Alright. The ribbon comes already in 2 yards at a time, so I didn't have to measure it. I just cut it in half. So, this is a yard. Okay. I'm going to get... Got too much stuff on my table. It's trying to roll off, so I'm going to take some of this off here. I'm going to get some upholstery thread, and I'm going to cut this for the middle, a couple of inches. Can move these out of the way. Alright. I'm going to seal the ends with the lighter. I did not seal the velvet, actually, but on the one that I've already made, it doesn't seem like it's raveling, so I didn't, because I wasn't sure about velvet how it did. I didn't actually seal it on that one. Alright. Don't need that anymore. Alright, and I got one of the big 3-inch alligator clips for the back. And I don't need that. Okay. I just really love how pretty this is. It's very soft. And it has a wire, which you could still make it a bow with the wire, but unless you want to constantly be reshaping it, probably not best for giving to somebody else like I am with this one. So I just kind of push it up a little bit so you get a hold of the wire. And then you can just kind of pull it. Some of them come out easier than others, but it gives you a lot of different options of ribbon to look at wired ribbon as well as traditional ribbon. It gives you a lot of different options, especially when you're doing the wider ribbon, like these big Texas bows. It gives you a lot of different options. And that you wouldn't have in ribbon. So, the only thing is, I think next time I do this, I will get a different, probably a glitter ribbon or something to put on the back of it. It's the only thing I think I will do next time differently. Because I really love the other bow. But I think a little bit you can see the lines where it was sewed a little bit in a couple of places. So I think I would line it with a white or something. Be the only thing I would do differently. But I didn't buy it this time because I didn't think about it. That's okay. Probably nobody would complain about it but me. Alright. No cookie. My ribbon.
Let me take her.
Trying to help a little too much. Alright, I'm just going to cut the ends even. They were originally cut even, but after I messed around with it, so it's kind of stringing on the other side. So,
No, kitty.
I want to make sure that it doesn't have any crazy looking strings or something.
Yeah.
Actually, I need to cut it a little bit more.
Go to sleep.
It's trying to come undone. Anyway, normally I heat to seal the ribbon, but I wasn't real sure about the velvet. It hadn't really worked with it. But it seemed like as long as you weren't pulling on it, it doesn't seem like it's raveling a whole lot. So I didn't actually do it. Because I've never really worked with this before, but it was so pretty, I had to buy it and try it.
had to buy it and try it.
Alright, so got our yard, got the wire out, got the ends even. I'm going to fold it in half. Just enough that it has a little bit of a crease. And then I'm going to fold it in half again. Alright. I've already got the hot glue gun heated up. This is a low temperature one so I don't burn myself. I'm going to put the hot glue across it, just on the end piece, and connect the other one to it. I thought just in case it raveled, if it was on the inside of the bow, it wouldn't be a problem when I made the other one. But I'm basically making the same exact bow. So that worked, so I'm going to do it again. Okay. And then just depends on how you want the loops to look when you're finished. But I really liked having as much of the front showing as possible. Cookie, need to know. Kitty thinks she's cute.
Too much.
Okay, so I'm just going to leave it where I had it and push this down flat. Find about the center of it, which you should see a little bit of the crease. That's how you know. It doesn't have to be perfect because these are kind of a messy bow style. And overlapped it. Alright. And I'll look at it and decide if I don't like where it's laying down, I'll move it around a little bit. Usually I don't actually use the creasing tool for these types anymore. I did for a while because it was hard. But I am this time because what I found when I made the other one, it was just too hard to hold on to it. So it's not, the creasing tool is not big enough for it to go all the way to gator bite, but at least it holds on to it for a minute, gives you another set of hands while I get the string in place. So this is upholstery thread, so you can pull on it and it's not going to break. You could also sew them, and I do sometimes, but arthritis and sewing is not really a good combination. Arthritis and bow making is not really a good combination.
Stay.
Sorry, my cat is such a lap kitty. She sees me sitting here and she thinks I'm here to pet her. Alright, so press it down. Just tie it. I'm trying to pull it together tight as I can. Then pull it through the other side. Alright, go through. The problem with this one is it's so small, it's kind of a pain to sew. Alright. Turn it over and tie it tight again. Just because you don't want to lose the tension that you already built up. And I hadn't knotted it yet.
I solved the cat problem.
Okay. Yeah, as long as somebody's petting her. That's all she wants. Alright. Just gonna kind of fluff it up. So the loops are laying down the way I want them to.
Cookie, how you doing?
So this one, it's kind of a little different. So when I decide it's where I want it, then I'm gonna get my clip. And I put a little bit of hot glue right in the center, which this is not good enough to hold it on here. If you were actually going to just glue this on the bow, you would need to use the epoxy, the E6000, and the metal would come off. But I just want to hold it still for a second until I can get the center tied and get it wrapped up. So, alright. I think we're going to do this be the top on this one. So, I'm going to put the clip this way. Okay. Now I still have the string on here. Excuse me, y'all. I'm going to wrap it around and tie it again, and then I'll cut the string off. It just helps to have that connected so it doesn't fall off or slide off, move, anything else that you don't want it to do. Want it to behave. Alright, I'm going to cut the extra off. Now when I made the original one, I did just not have the bottle cap on it, which was fine too. But I had these bottle caps and I wanted to use them, so I did. But it was pretty even without that. Okay, this is just some red ribbon from Walmart. It's not special, but it's pretty. And these for centers. Get their $1 or 75 cents or whatever ribbons, because most of the time it doesn't show or very little of it shows. It doesn't have to be anything special. Let's put a dot of glue in the center of the bow. And you could knot it if you were just going to have this be the center, but it's going to have a bottle cap, so I'm not worried about that. Okay. Wrap it around tightly. And you could leave it like that and have a pretty bow. Okay. I made it a little bit too long, which I always do, but I swear when I intentionally cut them short, I always end up making it really difficult on myself or cutting it a little bit too short. So I have to fix them as I go every single time. I don't know if anybody else has that problem, but it happens that way to me. Alright, I just put glue to hold it in place on the clip, and then I'll do the other side, and then we'll just put the bottle cap on. This one is almost finished. Alright.
This, if it's almost finished, then this video will be 11 minutes long.
Okay, well that's fine, because all I have to do is put the bottle cap. Okay. Usually I let these dry before I glue it on, but I'm not going to this time. It's going to lay down flat. It'll have time to dry. So I put a dot of the E6000 in the middle, and you can be pretty generous with it because you don't want it to come off. And then I'll line it with the hot glue and just like make a circle around it, because the hot glue is going to get it to instantly stay on. And between the felt and the epoxy, that will give you a longer lasting, more permanent bond. I've had bows where something happened to it and I needed to take it apart, and it's really hard to take these off, even doing it on purpose if they're glued on that way. And that's good because you don't want it to come off with the little child. Okay, just kind of press it on there, and then it'll have to sit and dry, so
It's done.
it's ready.
Okay.
Pretty.
Bye.
Thank you for watching.